Hello, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of game design here at High Point University. We have opened a door. We've animated it using a timeline. We've been using a few variables here and there, but in this case, I want to do something a little different. I'm going to just add a little bit more functionality, and you will be so amazed to see this. It's going to make our lives as level designers, as game designers, much easier. So what I'm going to do is go back into the BH door BP. I'm going to close that timeline that was open, oops, and I'm going to introduce a new variable. We had this door location variable. I don't like there just being a door location. Maybe I'll need that somewhere, I don't know where, but I'm going to add new variables. First new variable is door location begin. And I'm going to switch that from a Boolean, which is red, to a vector, which is orangey yellow. And I'm going to add another variable called door location end. That's also going to be a vector, XYZ. What I'm going to do now is to say I want this door location begin to begin wherever. Here, I'm going to show you why. Let's compile this and save it. I'm going to show you why I'm doing this. What if this door, let's say I want to select this door in this blueprint, and for some reason I want the trigger to be further in front of the door, like that. Okay? When I play that, whoa, the door just jumps up to me, right? And that's because I had a static or constant number in here that it's interpolating from 00200 to 00700. And while that's great for if the door is exactly where if it starts at exactly 00200, what it doesn't do is give me the option of kind of moving this door to other locations. And so I want to be able to like move this door over here as my level, or give this option to the level designer. Like maybe they think there's a cooler way to place this door. So I'm going to set this back to 0, whoops, location 200. And I'm going to go into my level blueprint, and that's why I created a door location begin and a door location end. And what we're going to do is not interpolate from these specific values, but a variable that could change. And so I'm going to drag door location begin to A and door location end to B. Now, right now, these variables don't have any values, or at least I'm going to compile them and say, you'll see if I say door location begin, that's actually set to 000. And that's not what it is. We could hard code this to say like 00200, but again, that defeats the purpose. I'm going to leave this at 000. It has to have a default value, so I'm fine with that. But now I'm going to come here and get to this event begin play event. Now, if you deleted yours by accident, just right click and type event begin play. The event begin play is going to be fired the moment the level starts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to say, you know what, let's set door location begin. So I'm going to drag it out, let go, and say set. Or if you want, you could have shift dragged this out. Whoops, no, alt dragged. Alt dragged it out to set. So we are going to set this to a specific value. Well, what value are we going to set it to? Let's just go ahead and drag the door out. Now, we can't just drag the door into here. That doesn't work. We're going to drag it out, and we are going to say get relative location. And once we get that relative location for the door, we're going to say set door location begin. There we go. Easy peasy. I am going to kind of drag this. This is how I do this. I think this is pretty. Drag it up. There we go. We're going to set that value to wherever the door is. And so now it's going to interpolate from that beginning place to the end place. Now I'm actually going to delete this door location end and have it set back to 00700 just so that you can see what this is going to do. And just make sure it works in the beginning. Yep, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. But if the level designer is like, you know what, I'm going to move this door back here, and the trigger will now be here so we can see it properly. Now it's going to interpolate from wherever I dragged the door from. It's going to get that starting position. No matter what, whether it's this blueprint, I'm going to move this door over here, and whether it's this blueprint, and I'm going to move the door down here, right? Wherever that happens. Woo. So now more power is given to the level designer to kind of take over that functionality. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing for the end. We're going to do something a little bit different for the end location. And we are going to select door location end. And we are going to click on this eyeball and make it a public variable, which means it's going to be editable. Once I do that, watch this, I'm going to compile this. When I select this blueprint here, look what happens under the details. I now have a series of default things I can edit, and this is door location end. Okay? That is the XYZ value that I just created in the blueprint. Now, why aren't all of the other variables editable in the scene? Because it's not visible yet. It's not a public variable yet. I'm going to take isDoorOpen Boolean. I'm just going to say make it editable, compile it. There. Now isDoorOpen could be checked on and off by the game designer, level designer, interaction designer, right? Anyone who has access to this blueprint. Now, of course, I only want that variable to be editable by the function here, the script, so I'm not going to open that. But I am going to open door location end. And I'm going to do one more step that's going to make it really cool and helpful. And that's over in the details panel of this variable. I'm going to say show 3D widget. And by clicking that and compiling it, now I have, whoops, I moved it by accident. I have this little diamond thing, this little widget. And this is the door location end visibly shown in a little widget in this, in the world. So where do I want this to go to? Well, look at that. Door location end, I can now move this and visually see, it's kind of, ooh. Yeah. If you're not used to doing 3D, understanding where objects are in 3D, actually, you should never do this. You know how I'm going to do this? Go into my top view, place door location end above it, or on top of it in this view, and then my left view, raise it upwards. There we go. Now go to my perspective. I'm going to compile that, save it, push play, and now when I go here, it's going to, whoops, something bad happened. Oh, obviously what I didn't do here, I did not do the last thing, which is to say, you know what? Door location end, use it as the end of the lerp. And now when we do that, it's going to go up and down. So we can change that whenever we want in the blueprint. All right. Hope you had fun. Bye.